Okay, Coach, on a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Houston Texans. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. The numbers for Mixon last week, 22 carries, 109 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now Joe Mixon. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A draw play for Mixon. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 49-yard line. They'll set up to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Need something for deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Got it. 57's the mic. 57's the mic. Get that quarterback, D-line.
On play action, they'll throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Carlos Dunlap. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
They're going to look to throw. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this would complete to Will Fuller. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. A big-time play there for the Texans. 44 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That's taken in by Hansen, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football as they've got it with 2nd down and less than a yard. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Here we go.
That good for 19 and a 1st down. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Got a man open. It's Ross. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. J.J. Watt in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 17-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Bullock good on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And that's complete. It's Green here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And an update from the Circle City up in Indianapolis. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they start the second half with Johnson. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big run there by Johnson. 46 yards. They go play action here on 1st down. And this is caught. It's Cooper. 18 yards that time to push him up. 1st and goal.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
He'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 30.
Let's go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where he rifles one that's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And he will have a touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
The extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 40. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the wants it as well.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Second and 11. And he rifles one incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sean Williams. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football. Right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
I got one. Sit up.
2nd and 2.
You ain't going nowhere.
Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Here we go. 30 base. 55. Hey, tight. Check nickel. Let's go.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back now in Houston, it's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. They'll look to throw here. Open man is Uzomah. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run with Mixon. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now back to throw. He's got his man. This is Tate. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. 2nd and 9 now. Open man is Ross, complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Mixon. And he bulls his way into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are back within a single score. So he's in for his third score of the game, and the defense probably saying, man, we don't want to see this guy for a long time.
It's bad enough when anyone scores a touchdown against you, but for one person to get 3, it almost sets him apart from the rest of the game, and no one likes to see any of those players on a pedestal, not from the defensive point of view.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, we're very close. One-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. They'll look to throw now on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. They'll set up a throw. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So now the Bengals down by 10, and time, a huge factor. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery, but first things first. 1st and 10.
Come on, set. 15 line. 15 line. Let's get this. Slam.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon.
Run.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. He gets this one to Boyd. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the chance to win this ball game.
Set, ready? 60 Pittsburgh. Blue draw quarters. Watch the run. Hey, they're running.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. That is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, You have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
They'll drop to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
30 base. Double tight, guys, double tight. Hey!
The first down carry here for Johnson. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. They'll set up to throw. Flushed. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away.
Let's go, fellas.
Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Houston, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else, in their sanity as they move to 4-6. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it was a game they really needed as they dropped. Start your week by installing your game plan.